Yo, 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 yo. Mic check. Mic check. 1 2 1 2. I think I'm coming in hot. I see red. I don't want to come in too hot. There we go. What's up, world? What's up, YouTube? What's up, cyberspace? How's it going, internet land? This your boy, Crypto Bruh, aka Mo World Peace to DJ / producer. Coming back again with another weekly video about the Zen world, and now that this dust has settled, how we keep moving forward. So follow the X, make sure you like and subscribe if you enjoy the content, and let's jump into this. So yes sir, today is Monday, June 17th, 2024. We are over the hill, officially, completely closer to 2025 than ever before. Completely closer. If you're not thinking about 2025 and you're still stuck in this reality, just unsubscribe, leave now, because yeah, you're in the past, dude. It's funny being in the middle, right? That's why everybody who gets a membership on this channel, they get an hourglass, because you always want to stay in the middle. As it flips, oh look at it's green, so it's blending in. I disappear. How to disappear real quick. Let's look at the charts. But yeah, game theory is easy. Just stay in the middle. Get to the middle, realize you're in the middle, and continue the journey. So yes, on this channel we talk about Zen is one of the most fairly launched cryptocurrencies on the planet Earth in this reality. Came out October 2022. That's why it's crazy. We in June 2024. And it's finding all-time lows, which is normal at this point. If you follow the channel, We had a very critical date, which was May 28th. We had planned this out from February, saying, hey, if we make it to May 28th and there's no X1 chain, the likelihood that XEN can continue up is all based on community. And the thing about it is the community is the last crutch you want to use to try to keep up any sort of trading structure or price momentum. You know, it's not what you want. You don't want a community to hold this up. So we are in a very, twist, turmoil, whatever you want to call it, type of state. But last time we saw something like this, we had every single time we've seen nothing but weeks down. The next leg up has always been nice. Now, and what's funny is that we don't have much data on the chart. We just have moments in time that you can always look at to say, hey, maybe it works out like this, right? This one, the most intense pump in XEN history is because of the ideology of burning it. So the ideology of burning seems to be the strongest narrative to really push the chart. But that was, again, this is looking at 2023. We're now going into 2025. Burning is not going to have the same effect like it had here unless there's X1 chain. And that's what is everybody. That's why, XEN is awkward for community support, because everyone's waiting for X1 chain. Me, I'm not. I'm not everyone. I'm not in the we category in the XEN world. I like to hold XEN. I minted some yesterday for the nicest price of $2 for my little VMUs. This one, obviously, this is when gas was so high in March. I had one that I had to RIP it. But I like holding XEN. It's actually one of the only coins in my portfolio for probably the last 2 years that I've actually had in possession next to Bitcoin and Ethereum. I just started to add Solana tokens to my portfolio, if you want to say it like that. Everything is just gas, but you probably want to pick up all the gas coins that everyone's going to want. So again, I've been holding Bitcoins and Ethereum, and I sell mostly everything else. But XEN, for the last 2 years, something that I don't mind holding in my wallet, even if the price is going down, because it's expected, right? I'm getting to a point in my XEN career where I don't give a fuck that I'm going to look at my wallet and 143 million XEN is going to be cheaper, right? I had no intentions to sell it or use it anyways. So this is what's the funniest thing about XEN right now. It is 100% a maturity tool. And a lot of people probably needed this. I know I needed this. I needed some sort of cryptocurrency that could help me hodl with no anything, right? XEN is clear. You can't even really see it. It's damn near a mirage at this point. It's there, but it's not. And there's nothing else out there right now that is as clear as the XEN on Ethereum. Now, the reason why we look at XEN on Ethereum is because currently, again, majority of the mind share is stuck on this X1 theory, right? I'm already in 2030. When X1 is out and everyone is everywhere, new people and all that other shit, in 2030, again, excuse me, we're gonna have this change. We're seeing it right now on Optimism. So on Optimism XEN in general, when you go over there, that thing that we're in the 20s of days now. Yeah, 25 days until the AMP ends on Optimism XEN. Right? So we're gonna get a look into the future. But if you see here, this is also a look into the future. No one cared about Optimism XEN. Even though it's only got a 300-day AMP, no one gives a fuck really about this. And we know, okay, even Optimism XEN had to find its low while the inflation was inflating, right? So we're going to get to a point in 25 days where we'll be able to kind of see into, a future window of what is it like when you can only mint so much Zen. Like right now, let's see how much Zen we would create if we decided to mint some on Optimism. So this is zenmon.com. It's got a great calculator. So let's just do 1 day. And then we'll go down here to Optimism. So it looks like 550,000 wallets, or the daily average of creation over there. So we'll go ahead and throw that in. Users after you is important again in Zen. That's what controls the G rank. As the G rank goes up, as users continue to make mints, you as a pre-existing minter you get more Zen. Your Zen goes up. So you kind of want people to participate, because if you're already in, you're getting more Zen because you're bringing in more, you're onboarding more people into the system, right? And that's the original. We're really far away from that now, right? We went from this simple vanilla concept of, hey, onboard people with this thing called Zen, right? And now we're here with this like beast called solXEN on Solana, where you hash in the blockchain proof of work inside of the delegated proof of stake system, something we've already been talking about with X1 chain. But again, X1 chain is much more experimental, and I think where it wants to end is not here yet. Not 25, bro. But doesn't mean X1 can't be a brand. Doesn't mean it can't exist. And that's kind of why I think it's taking longer than expected to come out, as it grounds people to like what is actually possible. Like a lot of Zen is built on hopium, as they said in the beginning. Really, it wasn't, because the tokenomics are awesome, but you need a community. So without a community, it is hopium. It's one person hoping that everyone follows behind them. And that's really bad in crypto, because people are going to make their own decisions, right? And that's why you want to leverage the, I guess you could say, overall community, right? So there's some opportunities here though, because again, the thing is you do need community when everyone is playing, but big ass B, when everyone stops, then you become the community, right? And then the community is those that are active. Something I've been looking at, and I like OPs, and I just hope we get a really low amount of this, and I think it'll take 25 days. That's kind of where I'm at with it. Like, give this another month or two to really settle, so everyone understands what it's like at the end, right? What it's going to be like in 2030. So going back to this in the user thing real quick on OPZen, we do 1 VMU for 1 day. Right now it's making 476 Optimism Zen, right? So this is going to keep going down every single day that the AMP continues to go down. Excuse me. And this is special for Optimism Zen, because again, once this gets to 10, what does the world look like in Optimism Zen? In my opinion though, you got to be worried still, because the APY is at 17%. So technically, those that are already in ownership of the Optimism Zen, they are going to own the chain until that APY is at 2%. Damn, hold on, let me drink some coffee. Nice. Okay, and this is kind of why, again, Zen is like going to be a long-term play for people who want to get involved. And getting involved is awesome because you can't chill somebody a bad idea, in a sense. Like the troll consensus right now on Zen is that it's a bad idea, but that's all they do are bad ideas. So if they're calling Zen a bad idea, it must be a good idea, in my opinion. And that's why, again, if you really get into it and you know, open the onion up and understand, like, why is there 12 EVM Zens and what do they represent? You know, why doesn't this need community? You know, why is it going to 0? Right? Or it's already at 0, but why is it finding more zeros? Right? And I think that's what's the next level user in Zen. Like the next people coming in, their direction is going to be just, why are we here? And when they understand it all, they get to choose where they want to be, right? Do you want to be in Zen on Ethereum because you know that has the 80% of weight when it comes to burning? Or do you want to go to a chain and find out like if you can be the king of the hill? You know, do you have a lot of Avalanche in your wallet and you don't know what to do with it, but you can be the king of the hill in Zen on Avalanche before X1 chain? You know, same on Binance, Pulse chain, CB Zen. Do you want to be one of the kings on the hill? I'm gonna say kings over here because the inflation is crazy, so everybody's gonna be on top if you want to play the game, and then we'll just watch you fall off as like you go. That's what's happening in CB Zen right now. Some of the king of the hills are just falling off and they're taking their L's, and it's fine because yo, we get some juicy prices on CB Zen. Same on Matic, Moonbeam, Phantom, and I'm sure this is it. EVM OS, ETHPAL, and I don't think anything else is going to get added to this list. So this is pretty much the EVM verse, you know, version 1. After the EVM verse, you do of course have solXEN on Solana, and then if you want something from the team, I'm not really a VPMX head, but they got the VPMX. They got the VPMX. It's on Ethereum too. We'll see where it goes. I've always said this though about Bitcoin development. That shit is going to take a longer time than X1 chain. To get BTC to the car, to get an avatar on Bitcoin, bro, that's just going to take so long. It's going to be ridiculous. People about to be playing the back and forth game in Taproot for the next 2 to 3 years. Fuck all that shit. We building TPS chains when you come into the real Zen world. And that's why, again, these Zens, it's hilarious. You know, everybody's giving up, but there's still some activity there. Something we've seen over the weekend before we made this new all-time low. And that's why, again, it's not about buying Zen, dude. Do not buy Zen. Mint it and be patient. Be humble, motherfucker. Wait for that shit. Be proud you're waiting for your Zen mints. Fuck, you want some instant Zen? Fine, buy it and be wrecked. If you want some instant Zen, if you want some instant Zen that's fair AF, then go to solXEN, get some Solana, and make some of this. I was talking with Og yesterday. We were chilling out, having Dad's Day. I'm not a dad, he's a dad, but big ups to all the dads. And yeah, we were talking about how, like, you know, you fair, you know, at the point of creation, like, what is it truly? If everyone has their own perception on like how crypto should be created, like everybody has their own ethos of what is the right way, and it's all fucking fair. So fair in itself, you know, again, it's a meme. Fair is a meme, another meme added to the cryptos concepts, you know. But a hash, this is also memeable, but it just doesn't have a voice. Everybody speaks for crypto, but not everybody can speak for the hashes, and the hashes is why we're here, right? Without Bitcoin hashing BTC into existence so you can put a fucking JPEG on it, then we wouldn't. So you could put actually here, let's get so technical with it. So you could buy a Bitcoin, send it to a Taproot wallet, and put the Satoshi through a compiler to put a JSON file on top of it. You linking a JSON to the Bitcoin Satoshi and then signing it on your wallet so it says you own the hash of that moment in time. That's all Taproot did. And they said, fine, we'll make this motherfucking block 4 megabytes. So it was like this, and they're like, all right, we're going to make it this much bigger so they can put little JPEGs and maybe a song in there. It's a hit clip on the blockchain or some dumb shit, you know what I mean? Like, it's funny. It's a meme. Taproot is a meme too. But that's a discussion for another time because, you know, you're affecting the bags. Stop affecting the bags. Right, look at Bitcoin right now. Look at the minute. Oh, damn, it's getting shitted on. Let's zoom out to the hourly. What up, Chad? My bad. I've been grinding it out right now. Talking about Zen, though. See, you can still talk about Zen. What up, Shaka Vibes? Wiggity, wiggity, bro. What up, me? Exclamation mark. In these times of hate and pain, we need a remedy to help us through the rain. Oh shit, bro. What a bar. What a bar. What up, xeNFTs? What up? My embodying crypto. Give me my FPOS jack. The remedy is not being a little bitch and getting in the gym. Use these emotions to lift those hands. The pump always is the cure. Whether it's in crypto or in the gym, you control the gym, not the market. Yo, I fuck with that one. Hey man, get your mind right and then get your body right. And then if your mind ain't right, just keep working on the body, bro. It's a good distraction to get your mind right. It'll get you aligned. I feel you on that one. What up, Lita? Oh my God. Damn. My bad. Who cares about this? My bad. Fuck. I did everything right this time except the music. Dun dun dun. 20 minutes of high intense vibe. My bad. I haven't even tweeted this out. Fuck it. It's a Monday. It's a Monday. What do you call it? It's like it's a rap song carbon. For real. Damn, I got a little tickle in my throat. Pause. Because of I hit the puff code. There. That's the cause and effects. But yo, okay, back to the shizzo about the crypto. Now that the volume is down. Maybe it's too down. 46. So yeah, Bitcoin pump faked you people yesterday. Made everyone think it was gonna go up. I went to stable coins. I hate stable coins. I was doing some research on stable coins this past week on Solana. And I'm like, man, Solana needs a stable coin outside of USDC. But damn, that's a conversation for another day about their staples. And I mean, it's all weird in general, but we are probably about to go through some turbulence. So go and doing some research on a stable coin and not being and not like protecting yourself is probably one of like the idiotic things in crypto. Like that's one of those ideology things where it's like, yo, fuck an ideology, stabilize your cryptocurrency. Fuck it. You know, even me, I'm like, fuck USDC, you know, but if I need to take precautions because I'm so weird about it, I'll just, you know, send the Solana to a wallet, you know, and that I've never really mixed before. And then you can just throw the USDC trade in that one or something. But again, if you're not living in a ski mask your whole life, you know, crypto's coming to the clear net. So you shouldn't be afraid of stable coins. It's actually about finding the best. Fuck, hold up. 1 second. I'm gonna get some water. Let me. Okay. Yo. I had to get some water, bro. You know what's funny? I was hanging out with Og yesterday. And I was like, yo, trying to smoke some weed. you trying to hash some 420? And I just hashed probably way too much 420 for my throat, you feel me? Because I'm on the Puffco. The burning of the trees is kind of harsh now. I'll do it, but it's like, yeah, I guess I have to chill the fuck out. Maybe 3 joints is one too many. We hashed the 420s. But I got my throat back. Pause. Fuck. I just drank some water. And looking at Bitcoin again, I was talking about stable coins. Like, fuck a stable coin. When you're looking at like the total market cap in general, like stable coins are up there. So they're still part of the conversation. And I don't think they're going to go anywhere, even though I wish they would, right? I wish they would disappear. But I've recently heard a debate between the creator of Solana and an advisor of Ethereum. And the advisor of Ethereum told Solana that they ain't shit because they don't have a lot of tether on Solana. And then when I heard that from the Ethereum camp, it put a lot into perspective for me. Like we are still we're very early from, or we might never actually. I don't know what I'm trying to say, but whatever ideology that we've all grabbed, like whatever narrative that we really believe in, it's gonna come down to the way the token is living, right? The Bitcoin is an awesome novelty token because it's lived through 15 years. Actually, there's a really good post that I posted on my X account. You should go check it out. Hey, shout out ZenCat. But I posted this on my X account. It's a really cool post. This is 40 years of Bitcoin creation. Oh, I gotta go away. 40 years. Bro. Well, not 40 years. Yeah, well, yeah, 40 years. So like it's like we got at the very beginning, 1974, when they invented TCP/IP. Because again, the internet is what crypto governs. Think of crypto as a difficulty, like a hash difficulty for like the actual internet. Like here in solXEN, there's a hash rate from this is the users, right? The internet is an awesome place, but how do people use it? Think about it for real. Like, how do people really use the internet? How do you use the internet, right? And there's a lane there to monopolize the usage of said internet. Some people do this now, like Netflix, right? It's like you can get all that shit for free if you're a fucking pirate, but if you don't want to pirate, hey, $8.99, you get access to their catalog, right? So there's all these gates in the internet. So why doesn't the gate have a like a difficulty system called, Bitcoin? That's kind of where I'm at with it as well. We were talking about this yesterday too, about Bitcoin saved reality right now. You got to give it this much respect. Without Bitcoin, inflation after 2008 would have just gone bonkers. They would have never gone anywhere. We actually probably wouldn't know where it would have fucking gone. Like where would it had gone? We don't know. Maybe into, well, I don't know. See, that's what's it. We're not there. We can't think about that because this is the reality we live in. It turned into Bitcoin. It didn't turn into anything else. You know what I mean? It turned into a Bitcoin in 2009 because of the bankruptcy of a really big bank, the Lehman's bankruptcy in 2008, right? That's what sparked Satoshi Nakamoto's white paper. It was almost like the destruction of the bank was the perfect opportunity to be like, hey, what about this magic internet money? Because this shit ain't working in reality, right? Something's going wrong. I don't know what it is. Human beings, we have a decision making that we can make and whatnot all the time, And there's a new Apple series called like Dark Matter. Actually, they're playing a spin on quantum physics, and like basically the character in the thing. I won't tell you anything, but just the plot. But like, there's a character who's living in two realities, and he figures out like how to catch himself in the quantum cube, right? Or like Schroeder's cat theory, like he catches the cat in the cat's box and swaps sides with them. But where it tells me in this reality, right, seeing Apple create content based on quantum, is that this is like the notion, bro. We're all moving into this supercomputer, and Bitcoin is pretty much the object of value. Everything else doesn't really matter anymore. It's going to be more and more stories about Fortune 500 companies grabbing Bitcoins, storing them, and even maybe mining them. I saw something here. Let's see if they have it here on the block. Might want to start putting your head back on these stupid news sites, just so you can, because this is where we are. Crypto's getting ready to move. Crypto is mainstream, but it has these oscillated moments where it's at the very bottom, and you can get the goods for cheap, right? But you need to be hip to the news, or you need to be moving with a purpose. Sorry, that's why we rooting for the X, bro. Because we moving with purpose over here. All right, I don't know what you're doing over there, but I know over here we're moving with purpose, and it's supposed to go down. There's no denying it now. For real. If you're denying that this is not supposed to go down, I mean, it's okay to change, you know. Like I said, it's about the hodler. If you can hold your Zen and not care that it goes down, you're like a God mode. Go God mode. Just hold it and let it go down. You know, it's eventually going to turn around. We've seen it too many times, and everyone's waiting for X1 chain. But right, if you're again, I just have to shield the Zen. We're doing it for the X, okay? And T-Mobile has taken ownership, I guess, of a telecom in Dioch in the Sweden, and they will soon be mining bitcoins. So T-Mobile will be mining bitcoins, right? So I mean, it makes sense. They have servers. They might not have users, but Bitcoin is an autonomous user. Fuck that. Use that. You know, Bitcoin doesn't need users. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's how autonomous this is getting now with T-Mobile in the mix, right? So this is going to be really big, and I've been talking about this game theory of how does the blockchain really get to users, because the blockchain is supposed to be permissionless, which means theoretically we don't want users to get blockchain access through a T-Mobile because we don't know them. We can look at their history, but we don't actually know them, right? That's why I like the whole Solana thing, because Tolly is letting you get to know him right now. His mission, where he comes from, how he wants to get to where he wants to be. This is the new era of crypto, right? Again, faces, doxed motherfuckers, no behind the scenes. Been doxed for almost 2 years now. Who cares, you know? Who fucking cares? Just show your face. It's all good. It's going clear. If you go clear, you'll probably have a funner time. And like, again, you have the Zen coin, which is going to be Jack 11's, you know, little tiny spaceships to the main mega ship, which is going to be X1 chain. But again, Jack 11 is the server guy, and Solana is the cable guy. So you got the cable guy and the server guy working side by side, you know what I'm saying, trying to bring internet to the homes of the masses. Meanwhile, we have just T-Mobile, who already has infrastructure like a madman. They've been buying, I mean, they bought Sprint bought Nextel. If you've been here, all right, they've been setting this world up, and this is where I do think our information that we're learning is not just today's hobby, right? These like businesses are going to need to start to inquire real data centers based on 100% crypto. That's one thing that's what I really, really like about Solana right now, is that it's telling me a fun story that Bitcoin and Ethereum both dropped the ball on, right? And right now we're living through the same thing in Zen, that's why it's okay. I feel like what we're living through, or if you're here for it, this is supposed to happen. Like, this is all supposed to happen naturally. Human behavior, right? You plant a seed, it should grow a plant, and then there should be some awkwardness, and it should happen, right? So in Bitcoin and Ethereum, again, the infrastructure war is something they never bring to the surface, because that's where the money is. They don't want to tell you to go and start building infrastructure until they need your help. If you haven't noticed that, these two do not need anyone's help to build out anymore, because they've got their guys, which is fine. You know, that's why it's a global network. Thing about it, again, is that they can't sync, and that's the issue in today's internet. They can't sync. They need other objects to help sync with it, because it's 10-minute blocks in Ethereum. I mean, in Bitcoin, and it's 12-second blocks in Ethereum. Okay. And it sounds awesome. It's like, wow, from 10 minutes to 12 seconds. Wow, it's super fast, you know. But then you get to Solana, and it's 400 milliseconds, so fucking half a second. Half a second, right? And it's like, wow, how do they do that, you know? So that's kind of why I've been learning, like, how do they do that? And the learn is showing me, you know, again, that these two competitors, unfortunately, are more of a store of value, right? A smart contract store of value. And again, Bitcoin, it needs to build out its like smart contract land, which we're going to see happening very, very soon as it keeps going. And I actually started to get really bullish on Bitcoin Cash because all this shit has brought me to the fucking, history books, right? Like Bitcoin Cash. If you don't know about the hash wars, here, let's see if we can get some data up. I'm parked inside of stables. Hey, what's up with what up, Brian? What up, LS? What's up with Raz and Jack? I don't know, man. I'm just as surprised as everybody else. I'm like, oh, what the fuck? Nah. What it is like you get to pick who you want the most. Hey, you see, this is the part where you can figure it out. Who do you want the most? You know what I'm saying? Do you want the XYZ 1, 2, 3? Or do you want ABC 8, 9, 10? You figure it out. What I'm saying right now. I don't know, man. I'm rocking with Jack. But I see what Roz is trying to do. And Roz and DXN, and this is what's awesome about Zen, right? This is the awesome thing about Zen and about what's happening, is that Zen has no owners. It has no community. It's a fucking clear coin. Anybody can come and take some of it and use it how they like to supply community and or users to their ideology. And it's becoming, again, a no side affair where people go, I just like it. I just like Zen. I don't know why I like it. I like it, right? And that it needs that. So the ideology dispute between Raz and Jack technically is good for Zen because it helps people choose what side of the ideology they really want to be on. And that's okay. Like that's fine, actually. It's like, yo, yeah, take control and create a world away from the world that we are creating. And we will use the Zen as a bridge to see what's up from time to time. Like it's not like people having some sort of vendetta against Solana is going to stop the core development from making awesome innovation with Zen on wherever they want to go. There's nothing is going to stop that. And that's what's awesome of watching people divide naturally because of what they want to do with what Zen is, which is 400 lines of immutable code. So yeah, man, I'm saying I hope we don't get a boxing match out of this. I don't think we need a boxing match. Maybe a debate. Maybe keep it intellectual on the library level. I think as Zenians, a library debate would be more awesome than a boxing match, because I don't want to see that. The fuck? Two old ass dudes. You see that with the younger ones. Fast. Like the fight that happened this weekend. Jesus. If you know, you know. If you don't, go find out. But yeah, man, I don't know what's up with them. What's up? Nerds arguing in the tech space. Just get some synergy happening. For real. What up, Disclosure Crypto? You always want me to look at Gary Network, bro. I feel you. I'm gonna let you rock, but I ain't gonna look at it. I'm sorry. X, bro. If you guys put an X in it, maybe I'll check it out. Let's get it. But yeah. So back to what I was saying about the whole Bitcoin thing. We had a hash war between Bitcoin ABC and Bitcoin SV. So ABC is actually Bitcoin Cash, right? And then Bitcoin SV was Craig Wright. So this happened in 2022, and I think this was bad for Bitcoin at that all-time high of 69,000. But it could be good for Bitcoin at the same time. But I think this is why we see Solanas. I think this is why X1 chain can be a thing, because at the Bitcoin consensus level of hashing, some of the biggest players from the very beginning, right? They want to continue to hash at the most because now their profit margins rely on that. If you build a business on hashing and you decide like, hey, I'm gonna go 20, 30 years into the world with this business, you're gonna need to make sure that you can hold up your profits. This is a bad move if you just do it for freestyle. So the hash wars happened in 2020 between Bitcoin Cash and Bitcoin SV. where people got to choose. This is pretty much the Raz and the Jack thing. You got to choose who you rocked with the hardest. Like, did you believe Craig Wright was a fucking Satoshi, so you turn on the node for Bitcoin SV? Or did you think that Roger Ver had a better ideology of Bitcoin and you decided to turn on your machines for Bitcoin Cash? That's why, like, right now, I'm like kind of bullish on Bitcoin Cash, bro. After learning this, I'm like, man, Bitcoin Cash has a real community. They went through some shit. Like, where's 2020 at? That's 24 here. We got to go to all. Yeah, so like this right here is like Bitcoin Cash forking Bitcoin and like going to like Coinbase and shit. And again, it was just like a way for the blocks to become bigger and fees to become cheaper or some sort of shit like that. But you can see here, of course, it came out and it sold off. Community stayed. And then in this 2020 era, when nobody cared, they had a war. Right? Look at 2020 right here. Nobody cared about this shit. Let's go down to it. Look at that. Nobody cared about it. They're over here having a fight. No one gives a fuck in the real world. But then, once the fight was over, boom, took off. Went from $287 to a high of $1,500. Damn, during that 2021 bull run. So right now it's looking like it wants to retrace with the rest of the market, which is okay. But it makes me look at Bitcoin Cash differently now. I'm looking at this like, yo, maybe if you are someone looking for more cryptos to add to your portfolio, like, I would actually bet on Bitcoin Cash knowing this hash war history. Because now I'm seeing it in Zen. I'm seeing it T-Mobile. So that's a really big thing. Like when people start to enter the game and add power. And that's why I also think this is the wrong race to run, which is, you know, up to you to choose what you want to do. But me personally, I don't want to run the Bitcoin hash war race anymore because it's bad for business in the form of climate change. Right? The only way to get more computational power in Bitcoin is to add more power. So either two things come out of us dominating the planet with Bitcoin. Either we get a really, really bad climate fucking narrative, or we get a really, really good climate narrative. It's either or. Because that's where they're pushing Bitcoin right now to make people question if they want to open data farms just for the Bitcoin. Right? And that's why, again, you see a T-Mobile doing it before Joe Schmo is doing it to get the edge. Right? Joe Schmo got to go through the FUD to figure out whether or not he want to kill trees or build trees. And who knows, they might not choose Bitcoin. They might choose a more green network like a Solana. And then the ultimate green network is going to be X1 chain. The way that is being structured it's literally like, think about it. In X1 chain, you turn XEN into XN coins. So the hash power lives on the networks. And as long as the networks are on, then XEN or X1 itself is never consuming extra network power. Like when it comes online, I guess you can say, if people build crazy dApps and, you know, it's got a lot of traffic, right? It's gaining enterprise attention and things are looking very on the upside. It's like, all right, cool. Then maybe at that point, you know, it's like, oh, how is the X1 network facilitating, you know, climate change? Like what is different about this than the, you know, the oil machine engine called Bitcoin running over there? And that's why I think, again, if we ever came down to that, you know, those are discussions for 10, 20 years down the road from now. So we have a lot of runway before that's happening. But in Bitcoin, that's today's narrative. It's like, yo, is this good for the world or is this bad for the world? Look at this volume on Zen real fast. We had the no one cares from October until February. And then everyone showed up again because they thought X1 was going to come out. So we're getting back to that no one cares type volume. That's great. We want no one to fucking care. Please don't fucking care about Zen. Send it to... Oh, this one doesn't have any lines on it. You should send Send the Zen. But people keep buying it. It's funny. Well, you know, the funniest thing about Zen is like you want it to go as far as it can go down, but it's really good for traders because it swings so nice. So like maybe we start to see like weekly swings. Right now we'll see a day swing. I had made a tweet saying, oh, all you have to do is buy the all-time low of Zen and then sell it at the 20% pump. Right? So we saw one of those this weekend where it was at an ATL of 1273 and then it pumped to 1563 or 1536. So like let's see. Price range. Yeah, quick little 20%er, you know what I'm saying? And then it dumped. But this is what Zen does. It pumps 20%. This is a law though in trading about the 20% law where like things can go 99%, but it will always pump 20%. And then you can just dump it again, 99%. So this is a law that we're now seeing expressed on the Zen chart because again, it's speculation. This is the Crypto Bro channel. Only those that know about it know about it. Those that are in the core, hanging out in the telegrams and working towards, again, the truth, I would say, which is like how do we make crypto a better place for those that are coming in now that we have all these ports. We have all these ports now, knowing that X1 is going to be the ultimate port. How do we continue to add these ports like to all these chains and try to touch as many people as we can to understand the word? Now that's why again, I'm saying like not everyone's going to hear it. So theoretically, do not buy this anymore because it's just going to keep going down until there's X1 chain or until someone makes something that makes it go up. Right? That's why I'm okay with like the whole Raz Jack debacle because hey, go burn for if he's going to do it. I assume he would do it with Zen because he keeps saying Zen is fair principles. So I would assume he would make a blockchain with Zen. If not, he would make it with DBZen and then it would still work out for everyone because it's like, damn, you're going to make a whole blockchain for DBZen. That's cool. Like I got some of that. So it should be more rare and then people should burn more Zen for the DXN. Right? So I really don't care what happens next, but I know that this is not going to go up until something cool happens, until some sort of camp. That's why I think it could be the DXN world to move the Zen chart, you know, now that it exists, you know, it really is, it exists. So that DXN world, like they could keep moving this as much as they feel. And, yeah, that's why it's like, yo, you might be able to buy ATLs and then sell them at all-time highs. And again, minting Zen is the truth. That's the truth. Not anything that happens after it hits the chart. Like after it hits the chart, who gives a fuck? But making it, that's the true Zen. And that's all you need to know. Like just make it. And then when you get some of it, just hold it. You know, don't be tempted to sell it. Why do you want to sell it? Or, you know, stake it. If you need to stop yourself from you know, selling your Zen. If I call Zen a fidget spinner, you know, because that's really what it is. It's like, yo, if you're itching for something, just go mint some Zen, bro. Walk away. You did a click, right? Looking at gas though, this weekend, gas got as low as 3, but in some places it got as low as 2 Gwei, which is insane. So really no one is on Ethereum anymore. And it's working. Like, so everything is working now, I think. You have ETH dank sharding helping the blobs. The ETH now, where is that? ETH now, right? What's this thing called? I think it's called ETH now. But you have like, is it called ETH now? No, darn it. I don't know the name of it. It's a really, I needed a bookmark. It was a really good Ethereum stat site. But what it showed was like the blobs, and it kind of showing me like, yeah, ETH is working now. And I think everybody is shocked that it works. And now no one knows what to do because they didn't expect this, right? Like, oh my God, they all caught up to the Xenians where we all just realized this like 2 months ago. Like, damn, gas has been low for a while, right? And that's why I'm into the base thing, because users are moving into new areas, right? So since they're moving their Ethereum into new layers, now ETH is more liquid, but it's just not happening on mainnet. But it's like, this is just a ticker. Wherever they're buying the ETH, you know, it's always going to reflect in this ticker. And that's why, again, layer 2s are important. Base is actually kind of important, because who's to say that that's not the global counter for ETH right now? Man, I even saw that Doodles is coming to base. So again, yeah, this is OG. We already made it, man. It took a long ass time to get here. Now we're talking about base. Ethereum doing its best Solana impression. I got 1 Bitcoin Cash on Smart Bitcoin Cash. Oh, that's tight. Yeah, hodl that shit, man. Like, I think Bitcoin Cash is gonna do really well. That, knowing that they had a war and Craig Wright is a fucking loser now, and knowing that Roger Ver is get out of case and is gonna go do a little jail time, that's good for them. That seems to be the old school Bitcoin narrative nowadays. Get in trouble or win a war, get in trouble by the feds, do some time, and get out. That's going to pump your coin. That's the new Satoshi white paper. Yeah, that's what a lot of people are doing. But back to like the future where we are now. I saw this morning and thought this was crazy. Look at this, 69. Everyone's trying to be hip like us. Or they're just trying to grab the youth at the same time we're trying to grab the youth, I think. And like the new class coming into the crypto space, those people who are 10 years younger than me, like, they're going to have the most immersive crypto experience where crypto is alive. It's not just, how do I put my PK into this MetaMask? You know, it's like, oh, I already have that, you know, wallet downloaded because somebody in my class told me to download it, you know, to do XYZ. Right. So that the access point to the user now is it's down to the wallet or down to the brand. Right. And that's why, again, in Zen, it doesn't matter if everyone wants to dump it. It exists. And Jack Levin has a good social score outside of the CT space, the crypto Twitter space. Like, crypto Twitter space is a very small, finite little area of existence. I mean, it's cool to exist there, but it's not the, like, it's not like, as I've been saying lately, it's not the CEOs at the rave. Right. They're in the VIP. That's a different area. And that's at a network level. That's at an infrastructure level where you'll find the CEOs. They're not necessarily on the token level. Because, again, that's where the users are. That's where you put the fucking, what's that guy from, Ryan Seacrest, you know? That's base. Base is Ryan Seacrest of cryptocurrency. The motherfucker everywhere. You just like, why are you here, bro? Like, the Al Roker of crypto is fucking base. It's here for no reason. Wow. But yeah, this is cool. So Doodles, in case you don't know, Doodles is huge NFT brand coming to Base. This is really big news for Base, because Base has the chain for NFTs. And I think, again, NFTs are going to be necessary. Like, you're going to need this fun idea. Let's connect to it. Let's see what's going on. Or how do I say this to you? The thing about, the thing I learned about NFTs when I was heavy in the NFT world was that people like this ideology of there's only 10,000 and they can buy more and kind of collect them like they're little like action figures. And then building culture around this ideology of like being an internet collector. That is, again, some people, what the heck? Why do I need to spend? Hell no. What? Hell no. Never mind, I ain't connected to the site. It's getting complicated. Oh, it wanted me, I had a hell to the nah, to the na na na. Join our summer build-a-thon. Where the fuck am I? Damn, hold on. I gotta figure this one out. Stop asking me. Stop asking me. It's crazy. Like sometimes when I'm like streaming and I'll do like a a thing, my Rabby wallet will like glitch out like that, and it'll just what do you call it? Just fucking start freaking out. I'm like, yo, what the fuck? Hold up. Hold up. I'm doing something. I don't know about that website, bro. Fuck that website. Gotta get that shit off my wallet as soon as possible. Fuck all that shit. Actually disconnect from all of it. We'll come back to it. That's how I don't know what the fuck happened. I see what happened. Oh, okay. I was on the wrong site. See how fast like they can get your ass? That's how fast they'll try to get you nowadays. Man, that shit is stupid. Ugh. You know what's funny though? It's like, see, I'm like such an advanced user that when things don't move in the flow, I go, hold on, what's going on here? Like that's a bad flow, right? Like the flow normally doesn't move like that. That was a great learning experience. So what I did was once I connected to that site and I realized that the flow started to get weird, you can connect to a website, but you can get robbed the instant that you sign something on that site. So it's one thing to connect, but you need to sign, right? So you see here, I didn't sign no records on that site, which is great, but I did connect to it. So I can go to my connected idea here and I can just disconnect from it so that, I don't approve nothing. Right. I kept having that window pop up. I'm like, wait a fucking minute. What the fuck is going on? But it was compromised. And this is the third time I've just been, everything just looks so good. And my ideology right now is thinking that we're going to move to a very safe area soon. And that's why it's important to get into like a base, because you want to get into this environment where like you're not or like this next move, like I think X is moving to a blockchain so that this kind of stuff can't happen. Because like now I got to report that this is a scam. Right. And it's like if everyone doesn't report that it's a scam, right, then it's going to stay there. But when AI is introduced into the background, I think like it's going to be just really crazy, and using your, what do you call it? Or new users leaning on companies to protect them is going to have to intense. Like it's going to need to get more intense. Like it's too easy now. It's way too easy to compromise someone. But luckily there are those things, like those little tiny things to make sure that you don't fuck yourself. They would have got access to the base. Well, it's whatever. So yeah, what I was talking about here though is this doodle. The doodle is getting ready to come to base. No alt mints and purchase of the digital collection of doodles. Terms and conditions. I might mint one of these if it's cheap. 7,900 have been minted. Oh, it's for 29 days. And it's just like a fun NFT. Man, how much is this? Close one. Yeah, see, like it's like I'll be like watching how the mannerisms go on these dabs. Man, they be trying to get you, but yeah, watch the fuck out. It's almost like these companies need to hire people to filter this out. Like the fact that they just leave it there is kind of also bad. It's like, yo, how are you gonna post this and then leave the scam? Right? I don't know what is gonna happen next. Or what's going to go there. But there's so much money that's going to be made off of securing people because they can't do it. And then these companies, obviously, they want to make money from it too. So they're going to allow the scam behavior because they make money off of you being scammed. Like they're like, see, you can't, you're not smart enough. Got scammed. Gotcha. Right? And you're like, damn, what the fuck? I'm just trying to have some fun. I was, yeah, so super duper cheap. Super duper cheap. What chain does this mint on? So this right now we're looking at is Zora. Zora is a optimism stack, but it's in cahoots with like the consensus. So consensus is the original foundation that like brought you MetaMask, and they brought you, you know, everything you needed to be on the Ethereum world. Like if you remember My Ether wallet, so the MUI wallet, My Ether wallet, these are the same like development teams from the past of that era, and now they work for Base. That's why I'm like, oh shit, like, or I shouldn't say they work for Base, but they lean on Coinbase's user base to support their visions, right? So right now they're looking at this is Zora. It's a place for you to just kind of post, and you can like if you're like into art, you can just post your art here. I can connect my Rabby wallet. This is Zora.co too, so this one's safe. The other one that I clicked on Twitter, fuck that one. Book all that. Your EVM integration coming to Solana. Yo, what's that new repo Jack made to speed up voting or something? Is that Base? Yeah, that's where it is. Wait, I haven't actually been tapped into like the validator chat. I don't know what's happening over there. I've just been mining blocks because I don't have a powerful computer, and you know, it's all good. It's all good. What is he saying here? We're on the way. It's on the way to be shut down. We will maintain a small set of alpha for EVM integration into Solana. Oh, okay. So yeah, that's what you're seeing. Way to fire on that. This makes sense. This whole like I mean, to me it makes sense. I don't know. I guess I need a whiteboard to like put it together for others. Oh, I don't want to connect my email. Fuck all that. All right, not right now. Maybe in the future. I like Zora though. But think of it this way: like what we're doing is we're looking for a code base that is something that is future proof. And EVM, unfortunately, is not that. So Solana layer 2 becoming both EVM and Solana is kind of like the beta version of X1 chain, because then X1 chain, once we have this like little bit of a testing ground for what could be the future, like who's to say like Jack won't add like a move module into it as well, so that people can write in move lang, you know. A lot of different angles to take it from, but you need a core foundation, right? Like if you're gonna build a skyscraper, you go just as far down as you're gonna go up, right? So you need that balance so that there's not just a really tall skyscraper with bad support. And that's kind of why, again, I'm under the impression that we might see X1 in the form of Solana, and then who's to say like that's not the engine. Like, that's not the piston to start the engine, you know? And then from there, you know, the future is just, when does it become its own chain? You know, when does it lean off of the like support of Solana users? You know, when does it become like another ideology? Because I mean, it already is to me. X1 is a cloud. Solana is cables, right? Again, cloud guy, cable guy. So the Solana will always be about the cables. And that's actually infrastructure that's needed in crypto. We need cables laid. If not, then T-Mobile is going to own all the Bitcoins, right? Or we're going to go in this dystopia concept of like Bitcoin is the answer, and bigger corporations are just going to pump more energy into it rather than recreating, you know, the actual cryptos to be more efficient for the future, more efficiency, right? It's like, it's look at your cell phone, bro. Like, imagine if you just had like a fucking engine on your cell phone and it wasn't 100% electricity, right? If it was like an actual like gas powered engine on the back of your phone, like that's Bitcoin and Ethereum right now. Gas powered engines. This is the EV, Solana, the EV, right? I like this tone chain as well because it's just funny watching everyone get so horny over like a Telegram, like an app, you know, an app coin. We saw this with Reddit coin. Reddit had a coin and it did everything like Tone and then still died out. Because at the end of the day, the problem with Tone Chain, and you know, it should do well, but again, people are making money with it, so they got to sell to, you know, make the gains. So it's gonna be interesting watching this one gain some legs as they try to keep people holding and not selling, playing their video games. Should be nice though. Look at that, you got a little chart over there. Wow. But yeah, I'm rooting for the future, and that's why I'm looking again at Solana and Base, because I see those as the two front runners of crypto. And we're looking at Base Zen right now, man. We've been getting the crazy discounts over this weekend, and I've been eating them. So right now we see lots of wicks happening on Base Zen. What we had was quite a bit of selling coming from some of the top holders. Top holders as in they had trillions of Zen. And they came and just gave it back, which is fine. And that's kind of why, again, I'm saying that I really enjoy Base. Even when I look at the contract, I'll look at the contract and see if people are creating. Because, again, in Base, what's fun is that Coin Tools is not an advantage. So a lot of people don't use Coin Tools. Everyone's pretty much using Zen.network, right? So since everyone's using Zen.network, you can just go to the contract and you can see like it's really stagnant. Like, look, last interaction was 3 hours ago. Somebody approved 3 hours ago. Somebody staked 4 hours ago. Somebody withdraw 4 hours ago. What they withdraw? 27 billion. Right. So this is another thing I'd be looking at, because I'd be looking at the claim ranks. I'd be like, yo, all right, so no one's claim ranking anymore, as you can see. You look at the claim rank, couple, but there's no one's really doing singular mints. So let's go ahead and look at the NFT contract on Base. Please connect to the wallet first. Connect. This one's safe where I be. Oh, okay. Sounds good. Just glad to know I'm running a validator. Where XEN is where it's at. XEN is where it's at. XEN is where it's at. Champion that one. No, XEN is where it's at. Because I would, you know, something I was thinking about that might piss everybody off, that would be really awesome for the XEN miners, is like if Jack scrapped all of the 333 auction, like the ideology of it. He just got rid of it and just was like, yo, you can burn as much as you want every day, and you get access to this much XN from coming from like a block producer. Some sort of ideology like that I think would be a better umbrella for Zen, so it can live its own life and it's not like a slave to X1. Right now it's literally a slave to it because no one wants to do anything until X1 makes noise. So again, that's why I was saying, go to your favorite chain, become the king of the hill. It's probably happening. Because when you look at everything, no one is making anything anywhere else. They've given up on it. It's so given up on. Damn, these people did the wrong bulk claim rank. What was the gas? 0.2 Gwei. Wait, what the fuck is... Oh, this is ETH. So I'm like, wait a second. Hold on. Wait a second here. Refresh. I'm like, yo, that's way too much. I also like Base because it feels like a Solana environment, and it allows for people to just have fun and not think about like gas. And like gas is not a barrier of like, oh, do I want to get involved, you know? Like in ETH, you always have to think about that, and that's not good for onboarding, and it's not good for consistency. And coins need to stay fractional, or they need to stay in constantly moving, because if they don't move, then theoretically they become stag, and you forget about them. It's just like anything in the internet. Like as soon as it stops moving, people's attention move on to the next thing. So what we see here, the last time the xeNFT was created was 3 hours ago. God dang. 3/7/10. So no one's really making xeNFTs either. Right? So you have no one making xeNFTs. Right? You have a lot of people still claiming, right? But when they claim, it's like 2 hours ago. Actually, I wanted to look into this. See, the claims are crazy. 30 cents for a whole max mint. It changes the way you think of minting in general. For me personally, I think it's really cool. Like knowing like, oh yeah, like yo, there's not a lot of activity. So as long as people keep forgetting about it, and again, users come and they dump all their Zen, their CB Zen, right? There's not much of it. So I had came up with this theory that, yo, at some point, we're all going to have the max supply because it can only go so low. What we see in EVMOS is the real future of all Zens. But if they never get down there, then they never can see it. Please stop streaming and then Zen can recover. What up, Dioshlan? Nah, that's what we want, bro. We want Zen to never recover again. But looking at I do want Zen to recover at some point though. But like looking at EVMOS, what you see here is exactly that. Like they even dumped it. Everybody went over there and dumped it because it's kind of over for the mints. But it essentially makes EVMOS capped. Right? I don't even know what their total supply is of how much crypto people have made over there. Let's look at it. Let's go to ZenPub. But yeah, I don't know how many Zen coins are over here. But you see this guy down to like 11 zeros. So that would technically be the floor on all the Zens, like in my opinion. Because this one was made with no gas. So this is just a free coin created from the servers, similar to solXEN, right? solXEN is just a free coin created from the node validators, and it's on the user to send the Solana to activate the transaction, right? To press play, essentially. Sending Solana and solXEN is pressing play. And if you land 420, you get 261 solXEN. Man, that amp is going down. And that's why, again, in EVMOS Zen, this question is raised of like, well, like, is there such thing as like everybody has max supply? Because you can go over there right now and you spend $2, you get the max supply. You spend $100 over there and you're God level at that point. So who is this? The question again is like, who and what and where does it go next? Because now you're in it. So what do I do next, right? But again, I would stress that you maybe don't think, maybe don't go into something with that type of passion, right? I'm just observing it, and I would love to see this go off right now because it would put proof in the pudding for me that it doesn't matter how low Zen goes, because at some point it's going to have to turn around, because everyone will have what is the consensus max supply. Maybe some have a little bit more than others. Maybe there's 5 to 10 to 20 wallets that have more than everybody else out of like who knows how many people, you know. But my assumption is there will always be a quorum of hodlers that all have the same, and that should continue to grow. Everybody has the same amount, you know. So yeah, looking at CBZen, dude, this is so bullish for this ideology over here. At some point, this is going to find its bottom and just start going crazy. I mean, it's kind of already there though, right? And it's connected to Ethereum, which is the best one. In my opinion, I like CBZen over the rest of the Zens because it's connected to Ethereum. Right. So I can always sell it into ETH and then bridge the ETH back into Ethereum. I had came up with a funny conspiracy theory yesterday too, saying like right now Ethereum isn't really inflated, but what if all this fractionalizing of the chain creates ETH inflation? Like what if Base creates a lot of Ethereum coins and people bridge them back instead of selling the ETH, you know, to like an exchange or something like that? Like they bridge them back into Ethereum, which is the game plan. Like you want people to do that, but you see ETH has an infinite max supply, right? And then it's only at 120. Here, actually, let's see. I've never really looked at that their inflation. But yeah, I have this like weird tinfoil hat theory where Ethereum's inflation just it skyrockets because everyone's on layer 2s, and then it really fucks the integrity of it. And everyone's like, "What happened with Ethereum?" It's like, ah, shit. We couldn't burn it fast enough. So, May 9th. We have a story about it. ETH reverts to inflationary asset following a fee-reduced Dukin upgrade. Transaction fees are 4 times lower on average following the recent Dukin upgrade. The recent Dukin upgrade, okay, blah, blah, blah. This has led to less ETH being burned, thus reversing its disinflationary asset. Ethereum recent Dukin upgrade, which was designed to reduce fees and help scale the network, has caused Ether to revert back to an inflationary asset, potentially reversing one of the key benefits of the 2022 merge. So yeah, I'm on the same wave. We're all in the same wavelength on this. Because yeah, the problem with the layer 2s is that they're so cheap to use that you can, if you're smart, you could go and find the Ethereum and then bring it back to ETH. And then you're safe. Because again, Ethereum isn't attached to Base. Ethereum isn't attached to any layer 2, right? That layer 2 can die, and it's up to the users to get up out of there, right? That's the bridge back. So if the user isn't in ETH, they can't get out, and that's essentially what will happen, right? If a layer 2 fails, everyone's just going to go into the Ethereum on that network. It's a very weird one. I'm still trying to figure it out. Like, how are they even able to do this type of shit? But it's also bullish for Solana, because if that's how ETH works, then that's how the layer 2 will work for Solana as well, which means that Solana would have a Solana bridge, and users could bridge Solana into Solana. You feel me? And then if they're bridging that in and out, then that instantly means Solana will share some of this total value lock. It like show up on here, because it'll be like part of the infrastructure of helping scale Solana, right? Or it would, I mean, it maybe it starts off as like an app or something, but then it can reach these levels, right, where you see like the Blast, the Base, the Merlin, right? Blast is a special one because it's like why did they come out with this one? VC funded, and like, you know, what is it? Is it for inflation? Is it somebody parking 2 billion of their own Ethereum in another arena, you know? But yeah, Base 1.6 billion. Yeah, this is the next move. Like, how do you get some of this TVL, and then that's how the crypto users hold, because they want to be on a good chain with great TVL. Then they'll hodl and they'll help the whole network, right? Like, oh, no one's selling their emissions, blah blah blah. Yeah, this one's really, really complicated. Why again? I keep saying, dude, get into infrastructure as soon as you can. Learn, and if you're in Zen, you already have it, because you just need to learn how to put a Solana validator together. Once you do that, you're in the network. You're working for infrastructure. You're no longer hyper focused on these TVLs, right? But up until that moment of switch, you're always going to be kind of like a slave to this, and finding the best programs that collect TVL is then your next journey, right? Like if you're on Ethereum and you really, really, really believe in it, you should be in the liquid staking. Like your ETH should be ST or Lido ETH. Like if you know, like if you're not here, you're not participating in the chain, you're not doubling up your emissions. Damn, this is crazy how they put these numbers here. But yeah, you're not moving up your emissions. So you really want to join the network so you can move your emissions up. And yeah, that's what I did on Solana. So in Solana, I got into the Judo network. I turned some Solana into that, into Judo coins or whatever those things are. So on Solana, the number one TVL machine is a liquid staking, Judo app. And I again, we use it in SolXEN, so I thought it would be really cool to keep my Solana there while I figure it out, because it's gaining, it's getting rewards for just turning it into a network coin rather than selling it or trading it or putting it in DeFi so people can borrow and lend. The network wants the liquid staking, like that's the hard asset portal. That's where you want to be, wherever the liquid staking is on your favorite chain. But yeah, man, keep an eye out on how everything pans out, because I wouldn't be surprised to see like ETH going through it, or everything kind of going through it, right? And this is going to be for like the next 2 months. And that article is a little bit over a month old. Yeah, May 24. So people are also understanding this, and this might help. This might urge people to sell or find another thing, because it's like, why would I just wait for everyone to get their ETH coins and then sell their inflation before me? Like once I get the indicator that the inflation is happening, I should probably start selling. And I learned that from Zen. Right? If I really, really, really paid attention to how much the inflation was happening, I could have just sold and just been pro seller from the beginning. But the ideology of hodling it, I needed to learn that. And now I understand that. Like I understand what it is to hold a coin and not care about what direction it goes. And I think everyone needs that in their journey. So you can really have an asset you can bet on. Right? I wouldn't bet on any asset. I wouldn't tell my family about any asset that I'm not willing to hold in my wallet for as long as I've held Zen through all the ups and downs, So yeah, I recommend you find one. And Zen is a great starting crypto for that. Let's do it. But yeah, man. Yeah, I don't know. I'd likely see ETH dump to 25. 25 would be a good one. I didn't analyze where it could go. It's just dumping right now. Voila, magic. Where could it go? Let's see. The 200 is at 29. So 25. Yeah, there's some action. That's an action zone. I don't know if it could go that low. I mean, if ETH goes that low, you're dumb for not buying Solana right now, because it gives Solana the ability to reach it. And Solana would fall, but you see, look at the RSIs. Look at Solana's RSI right now on the daily. It's closer to an oversold range than Ethereum. You know what I'm saying? ETH has to go a couple more days of hard selling. So that would be really, really bullish for Solana because it's the only thing that everyone else is looking at, and it has the tech and the node infrastructure to go, you know, to basically tangle and have a new hash war. So, you know, a new history moment in the crypto space when no one cared. Remember, I was saying like no one cared about Bitcoin Cash versus Bitcoin SV, but it was pivotal for Bitcoin because it essentially created infrastructure. People went and built Bitcoin miners. They went out and said, I'm going to choose this team and I'm going to put money behind it, while no one else is putting money behind anything in crypto. You know, where's SV at? How far down did that go? Yeah, damn. Where is Bitcoin SV? Oh, 76. Dun, 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 dun. Light a candle for it. Light a candle. Damn. Yeah, that's what you don't want. You don't want to choose a team that ends up number 76. Now, no one's going to buy your garbage, Craig Wright. So when we look at the history books and we see Bitcoin Cash up here at 16, those are the miners. Those people cared through it all. Yeah, Bitcoin Cash bullish, bro. I never really understand why it was still up here, but now it makes so much sense. Everybody that's mining Bitcoin, they also got Bitcoin Cash. They're hodling that shit. Wouldn't be surprised to see Bitcoin Cash at $1,000. You know, I don't know how you can, or there's something here. There's something there. I haven't dived into their community, but I bet if I go in there, I don't peel the layers of the onion, I bet they're working on something to bridge Bitcoin value into Bitcoin Cash. And it has history. I'm not even trying to shill. This is just research I did. I'm like, damn, the history between Bitcoin and Bitcoin Cash is thick. And then you got the guy, Roger Ver. Let's see, is he really in jail? If he beat Richard Hart to jail, let's see. ETH is falling asleep. Hell yeah, ETH is falling asleep. Look, ETH is dumping right now and gas is at 16. No one owns Ethereum on Ethereum, bro. That used to be a thing until right now. But this is kind of bullish, I guess. I guess like if you don't see everyone running to their ETH wallet to dust that shit too, we're kind of safe. But when we see these spikes, like how it was spiking like this, that's when you should be nervous. Because it's like, oh shit, everyone's on chain trying to get their coins like to a different place. But right now with this lower gas, it's a centralized exchanges or chain. It's where everybody's ETH is. So fuck those fools anyways. They didn't believe anyways. They stayed on centralized exchange anyways. So let them lose. But yeah, this is pulling back. And just like I was saying though, Bitcoin needs to go all the way back to at least 55. If not 55, we're looking at 52. You know, it needs to do this. It has to breathe. It's been going up like since March. Like that was when you were supposed to take profits, was in March. Anyone who took profits on March, they still up. You know, and that's the game now. Like we're going into crypto winter. You had your all-time high. You had your opportunity. Now you got to wait till 2025. And that's just the way it is. You know, you didn't miss a bull run. That was just marketing. Everyone's going to miss a bull run. It's like, nah, you're in the middle of some shit. Bull run is just about around the corner. Like the halvening is what they pumped, you know, and it hasn't been right since. And now they're all going to lean on the, oh, you know, it wasn't supposed to go up anyways. The halvening was just, you know, just to change up the block, you know, economics, blah, 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 you know, stupid shit, stupid narrative shit. So stop looking at this stuff, man. Get your ass, get some X coins. Chill again. Once it stops dripping. Once it stops dripping. But that's for not, you know, I'm not analyzing that part of like people getting their mints and selling them. But yeah, you should probably sell your mint if you feel like it's worth something to yourself. Like you're like, oh, I need that USD value. Like, yeah, I guess sell your mint. But if not, yeah, learn that discipline. Damn, look at over here at Potato Vampire on Solana. Jail was a year ago. You are mad behind the Roger Ver news, bud. Oh, shit. He served 10 months for selling fireworks on eBay. Oh, wait, but no, isn't he going to jail for tax fraud? Yeah, see this one. Oh, here it is. Damn, he was selling fireworks on eBay? Is my dude down bad or something? Why he do that? Why he do that? But yeah, this one right here. The man sometimes called Bitcoin Jesus did not pay capital gains on hundreds of millions of dollars he raised in selling Bitcoin in 2017. So this is good though. I think it's good for Bitcoin Cash because they have a story now. They got a man who might go to jail. They're gonna pump it for him. So he got some bail money or some jail money. We don't know what he's gonna do with it. Yo, Potato Vampire coming up, taking the 200. Had a little sell-off. You know what I'm saying? They going through it. Still 162 holders. Still some heavy hitters here at the top. I see them hopping. Hodling strong. The realest meme. Look, this thing been around. This been around for 23 days. No rug. I be telling Tree City West, when does this thing do something? Been around for 23 days. No rug. Just trading sideways. But I guess you just gotta let it do its time, you know? The best part about, again, Potato Vampire is it's a bunch of classic Zenians. I would say it's a bunch of XENblocks. the validators in X1 chain. This is our meme. And that's why it's just sitting there, because we're all chilling and having fun. And the NFTs are cool. So it's lit. Slit. SolXEN Classic getting spanked right now. No one wants that shit. SolXEN Classic. Why the fuck? Just trying to figure it out. So in SolXEN, what happened was they didn't add enough decimals. So when you code in Rust, everything is integer based, and if you put the wrong integers, it messes up your decimals. So they put a wrong integer because it just wasn't something that anyone has ever brought to the surface. Like, hey, maybe you shouldn't do U64 or whatever they were talking about. So that ended up making this a cap supply coin. And what they did was they reprogrammed the miner, and then now they've basically like forked all the records over to the new program ID. And then now if you're mining, the first time you start to mine, you hash all the coins you mined in the first version. And then you're hashing new SolXEN going into the future. So right now I have, it's like, it was kind of cool though, because I got all my coins back after like selling them and having fun with them. And I didn't have that many, but now I have a whole bunch. And I'm like, yeah, this is great. And yeah, watching SolXEN again go down due to the hash. And yeah, right now there's no price on the new one because it's not out yet. Great Zen price. Yo, we changed up the FUD. Now everyone's like, oh, this is amazing. They didn't see that one coming. Everyone in the crypto space is like, why aren't you crying? Give me a tougher battle. Give me a tougher battle. Yo, I like this bird eye. It doesn't work so well, I guess, on while I'm streaming. It looks like it takes up a lot of RAM. So what's up with Roz? What's he mad about? He's causing the tension, dude. He's got to do he's got to play his role. Everyone's got a role to play. Raz's role will forever be first principles. All right, don't disturb that, because the vampire in him will come out. All right, you disturb his first principles, and he's going to tell you that your product is not your old product. SolXEN is not real Zen, says Raz. So did this finally find a price? I think it did. $42. Fudge. No, I'm just kidding. I wouldn't sell it, but yeah, looks like this is it. So it's slowly coming back to life now. People are starting to trade SolXEN, and yeah, I think it's a great coin. It does nothing. That's the best part about it. It does nothing. It is nothing. It does zero. We need more nothing coins. Too many coins out there that tell you they do something and they don't do shit. Like these nothing coins, all these X coins, these variables, them things do nothing. And that we can work with. Everything else is a spectacle. But when that shit does nothing, bro, you ain't got to worry. I knew absolutely nothing about it. I just like Zen. Raz versus Jack is Biggie versus Tupac. I think it's more of like a Drake versus Kendrick. Unfortunately, Raz is Drake in this particular beef. So he will continue to make hits. We will continue to play his older hits. But we will always kind of wonder in the background, was the FUD real? Is it true? Is it true? Now, my favorite part of that discussion, just to get a little drama with it. Raz is Kendrick. Whoa, hold on there. Hold on there. But see, that's what I mean. We're gonna have people who feel certain type of way. I feel like Jack is Kendrick if this was Kendrick versus Drake, because we know who the winner is. Let's go. Let's go. I hate to say it, but it's fun to watch. It is definitely fun to watch. Because whoever you want to root for, but the only reason I have to root for the data man over Roz is is because again we're working towards a big future. We're not working towards just a pool that you grit every day. If that makes any sense, right? Like it's like you're working for daily rewards rather than working for infrastructure. So there's two different conversations. If you're following Jack, you're obviously working towards infrastructure. You know what I'm saying? Bigger. It's much bigger than a pool of ETH. A pool of ETH is a community-based concept. That's why it is also, again, powerful to support a community and say, yo, community, come behind, you know. But as I would say from my experience with Zen, do not trust the community theory. It needs to be clear. And if the coin can't become clear, then more than likely it's going to end up trying to find legs. And that's why I'm okay with the beef, because that means DXN can finally find some legs, bro. That shit is getting fucking wrecked. And the DXN cannot not get legs. But it has, I mean, it might not get legs for like 4 years or 2 more years. And I'm not even trying to FUD it. So the problem with DXN is everybody is waiting for X1 chain. So nobody wants to burn. And since nobody wants to burn, theoretically, this coin price needs to go down as far as it can so that we can see a bottom again and then buy and then, re-energize the auction so that people want to burn their Zen. And maybe if it can all match, right? Low DXN, low Zen price, you buy your DXN, you buy some Zen, you start burning, you leverage the auction. You see, you're working for that motherfucker, but whatever, this is what people want to do. And, you win. But that's the problem in DXN right now that is apparent. And I feel, again, this is a split. Because, again, some people like the whole ROI thing, and that's fine. That's like a part of cryptocurrency. You like ROI because you don't know how to work the technical side of it. So you are where you can be the strongest, which is, again, it is fine. But there's always going to be a hierarchy in this bull. And in the bull, the hierarchy will always be the land that you're renting. And that's going to be coming from the node operators. You're going to be renting our land. You can own the houses on the land, but you're going to have to come and pay property tax to the X1 validators. Let's fucking get it. And that's kind of why, again, I'm seeing this as a shift between some people really discovering what is Zen to you. If Raz comes out with a blockchain that's FPOC only and it burns DXN, are you going to feel some type of way versus if it burns Zen? What if it only burns Q? What if he X's out of Zen? What if he X's out of Zen and now you've got to rely on him and his truths? Like, I don't know. That's why I'm like, yo, this shit is weird. Like, it is weird to me too, because the angle is exposed now. And that's why Jack had said this. How about Raz first said pretending that Titan X is first principles of crypto or different than traditional crypto is just like pretending solXEN is Zen. Pretending doesn't make it real. Immutable code deployed on blockchain is the only truth in crypto, which is a fact, right? It just so happens that blockchain is a ledger. So the code lives on a ledger and the ledger can change. Like, I've seen this many times. And then all of a sudden your immutable code. I mean, look at what happened to post chain homies, bro. Like, fuck, the whole ledger changed on them. If you're on Hex on ETH, man, the whole ledger changed on you. So the code doesn't really matter. So I understand why, like Jack said, how about shitting on other projects to make yourself look better? More common than you think. It's as toxic marketing. I see it as toxic marketing and it never works. Right, but I guess Raz is coming from this angle. I don't know why he's really coming from this angle, but this is something that stuck out to me in this conversation. The last thing that Jack said sounds like a personal opinion to me. It's fine, as personal truths often tells a lot about a person. Right, and it's true. That's why it's like everybody has the ability to believe whatever they want. And it's awesome for Zen because it's your personal truth, you know, and you can believe whatever you want to believe. It just lets us all know that, like, oh, okay, you believe that one. You believe that way, you know. It's like wearing a Trump hat or something in a Democratic zone. Everyone's like, oh, so you believe that, you know, even if you don't believe it, you're wearing a Trump hat. So your words, bro, the way that you say things and the sentences that you put together to print sense, it is important because then it shows everyone where you truly stand, and it makes more sense why DXN dumped at 100. It's like, damn, I don't think I'll ever get back there again. This community is fucking wrecked, and it would need a lot of repairing. But the strongest line here is like, yo, okay, we know your personal truths. So it's going to be hard for it to be repaired now because I'm not even going to throw money at DXN like that. I got some of it, but I wouldn't burn my Zen for it, you know? I would need to see the perfect climate, which is Zen is much lower and DXN is much lower. Then it's like, oh, okay, cool. We can play this game, right? I don't even want people to burn Zen anymore. I want to see that shit hit the flow. Burning means that there's hopium, right? I want to see it hit the flow just so I could say I was there. Again, XEN is the real Zen. Do not be surprised. I'm flooding it up right now, but don't be surprised that the 333 auction got junked. And the only way to get XEN mass is to be going through the GPU portal because it was the fairest way for that particular system. Because again, now you can make a blockchain. That's why I'm like, yo, I hope Raz uses Zen for whatever he's talking about. Because if he doesn't, it's like, wow, you did all of this to miss the dunk. Like, we would, you know what I mean? Like, don't do the Jake. Don't pour it out, bro. Don't pour it out. It's going to be hilarious, though. Because it means maybe Next comes out if they pour it out, you know. Maybe Next shows up for Zen. Supposedly, DXN is the front run of Next. So when we all learned about Next, it never came out because DXN was considered the front run, or it came out and it was working well, so they just let it go. Right? So fun times. You guys want to see something special? Keep your head on the swivel. DXN is going to be fine. I don't know, man. All right, so here I'm going to show you why. I don't know. DXN, you got to pay attention to these holders. So this Q thing, I've been observing it. So this is coming from an observation. Shout out to Tree City West. I saw he made a really cool website for this. I think it's called q.hashhead. Here, let's look at it. So, shout out to Tree City West, yo. Made this really cool immersive website for Q mining. So you can see Q mining is 21 days in, which is awesome because you got extra days for ambiguity, you know, but this is the part where things get weird, right? Everybody knows how cycles work. This is like literally 2018 crypto shit, all right? You're going to get into a thing. It's going to be a cycle. You better play your best game. You're going to lose or win, whatever, blah, blah, blah. So, of course, everybody went in day one. Less people day two. You know, less people day three. Less people day four. Less people day five. You know, six. And then it turns around. So that's your typical. Think of it as like a chart. It's like everything went up. It went down. Oh, they have it right here. Everything went up. It went down. It leveled out. And then it's seen some action. Right? Seen some action. 135 Ethereum, bro. Awesome. Great. But yesterday was only 3 ETH. They gonna blame it on the Sunday? This is what we're not working for in Zen, bro. We don't work for this idea that we need people to bring in ETH, because we know this is the result if this is the only way you can do it, right? The game does not change when you change parameters of the crypto. It's about fair launch. The fairest launch is always going to come from the creation of said crypto, right? And that's what we're saying here when we talk about shit posting or trying to create, like, you got to create something that's totally different. DXN has everything. The thing is that it doesn't have a leader that wants to push it further, which is fine because the leader wants it to be a community thing, which means that users should gravitate to it and make it better. But no one really wants to do that. They waited till Q. So now that's why I'm like, I don't know about DXN, man. It's a hot potato situation. It's like, where do you go now? Knowing that like Q needs more ETH, knowing DXN's way more pure than Q. You know, I would say, hey, everybody dump this shit. Like, everyone should leave like Zen so we could pick it up from the bottom and take it forward. But if it doesn't have some sort of cleanse like that, it's forever in limbo. And it says a lot about what we're doing next. I see another DXN coming out in a few. You didn't hear it from me, but yeah, there's this idea, and this idea is coming soon, and I think it might be perfect right now. It's looking so perfect right now because it's not that DXN is something we can't trust. It's just maybe there's a need for a new burn meme, but it's like, do you want to burn Zen? Because then it brings attention to the price and shit. Right, but this gate is open as fuck right now. Like, there's a gate to create something because people want to buy Zen and burn it. Everybody wants to do it. They're itching for it. It just needs to be the right ride. And again, we're here at this oversold zone for the particular daily, so we're back in the limbo world. And yeah, that's why I'm like, yo, for the guy who knows what's going on, maybe it's time for the DXN killer. DXN killer on the way. I'm just kidding. I don't know. But it does make me curious again to see this conversation. It's obvious that the Zen is becoming so clear, bro. So clear. It doesn't matter what side you're on. Everybody's gonna have some Zen. Everyone. You get some Zen, and you get some Zen. Man, I need some more coffee now. What y'all talking about? I burn it, yep. Oh, y'all talking about how y'all play Zen. Everybody's going to play it differently. But that's why, again, I feel like if you get to choose who you want to play with now. Like, do you want to play with the ROI king Or do you want to play with the infrastructure king? And then you get to choose who you want to be first with every single time. Like, do you want to be first in queue? Because those who were first in queue, they won. They're the real winners. So theoretically, yeah, if you rocked with Raz, you won. It took 2 weeks, but you won. You know, and it can continue on because, again, can this build culture? The problem, though, is that the Titan thing, that has a lot of culture. Damn it. Oh, damn it. Does it have some culture? And those people are looking for something. So they're not going to come to queue if it's supposed to kill their camp. You feel me? But I don't know. I guess I don't have any skin in the game. So let me just stop fudding it. I'm just observing from all angles. So that's this observation of the DXN ecosystem from a guy who doesn't have much. It's not looking good. It's looking super shaky, but looking like I'm going to get an opportunity to get back in. I mean, it's still below from where I sold. When it pumped to $2, I was like, oh, shit. Maybe I'm about to get treated right now by the crypto gods. You know, like maybe it's about to go to $3 and stay there. But yeah, it proved, you know, it's proven. The thing about it is the inflation is happening too fast. So every day you actually need a dApp that's burning. It's almost like it'd be smarter for Raz to figure out a high speed burning dApp for DXN so that puts DXN into like hyperdrive. But keep relying on this like liquidity to buy. Let me shut up. But yeah, that's just like classic. The liquidity buys the coin is classic tokenomics. All right, and then the smaller the number, the higher the price. That's classic tokenomics. Yeah. So it is what it is, you know. Play wisely. But yeah, hopefully no one really got super wrecked on this. If you bought it at 4K, I'd say just stay in it, you know, figure it out. You know, thug it out. Yeah, this shit got wrecked. Here, let's see where it was at. Whoever, let's see. Let's watch him. Yeah, this person's going dumb right now. You're doing it though. You're doing the whole thing. You're looking and shit. The problems of many of y'all is that you don't have the discipline to win. Yeah, no, you got to have real discipline to make sure that you catch the W. If you're just a slight bit off, damn. Wow, somebody came and just did somebody rug this? Oh no, somebody pumped this. Damn. Oh, then they about a dollar's worth. That pumped it? $1 pumped it? Oh no, somebody was buying right here too. That's crazy weird. I'm looking at solXEN because there's a Solana meetup happening here in New York. I think that's why Jack and Zinsu are here right now. Not to meet up with the kids, but to meet up with the bosses. And yeah, Solana Zen, it's a product now. It lives, it has life, it has legs, it has miners. So it's just a matter of time before it gets accepted by something. Well, my hope is that the team would work towards like getting something, you know, like some sort of staking for it. They tried this with Zen in the beginning, but we shitted on it, which was like that popcorn thing, because nobody knew who the popcorn DAO was. Because again, it's just like Ethereum, but in Solana, it's new. So solXEN does have this opportunity to be something new for the users there and inch its way into like these special zones. So hopefully we see that happening, but I think it has to happen at a team level. It's not going to happen at the community championing it, because that's just how Solana works. I don't trust Raz. Those people can't be trusted. Yeah, I mean, it's not that I don't trust Raz as much as it's like I don't trust the community. Like the community is so hard to predict, and I'm so comfortable inside of the Zen ecosystem, like in the core area, that's like where my comfortability level is now. Like it is not on a contract level anymore. I have 100% flip back to like where's the source? You know, where's the source of energy? Right? Being on Ethereum, you could never get to the source. Even on Solana, you cannot get to the source. Any chain, I've been explaining this, you cannot get there unless you have $80,000. And they're like, hey, pull up, bro. We need that. We could use that as some security, right? So it is interesting to watch everything change and watch people, again, mature in, you know, their discipline of like, I don't need XYZ to be, you know, successful, because you really don't. You don't need any leader to be successful in crypto. You need a fucking brain, and you need to understand some comprehension. That's it. Brain and comprehension. And you should do all right, right? If you comprehend, hey, maybe we do see more downside because we can't make any ups, you know, and then you look at the RSI, it's like, oh, okay, yeah, this does look like it's way weaker than it was when it was going up, you know. It's all right in front of you. You just have to be accepted of it, and let it play out. Like, the worst thing is to go into some sort of move and then instantly FOMO out of the move you just made. Like, that's the worst thing you could do, right? I went into some stables on Solana when it was at 49, and it got smacked right here. And I knew it was going to happen because this is so low on the RSI here that the only way that this price in the land of price can go higher is if people say we're going up. But there needs to be news. There needs to be technology. There needs to be reason for we're going up. If not, it's a trader's world, so it's more likely to see lower lows for discounts. Right? Again, we like these coins because they're gas. So why not get the gas on discount as well? Stop trying to force it to go up. This is the inner me when I look at Zen. Stop trying to force it to go up, man. It won't go. All right, you got to let it do its thing. You got to let it die a little bit. Let it fly a little bit, you know? So same goes for all the other coins. You got to let it die a little bit and then it'll fly a little bit. And, you know, mature that shit, bro. Mature it. I blame the whole-flation. We're so early. There's going to be a lot of Zen. I trust Zen. I cream my shorts for Zen. Oh, boy. A lot of users just need water. Water is the seed. Let that grow. Let that shit grow over time. Hey, man. Hey, but what if I get a seed and it told me it was a tree, but then it turns out to be a weed? Then what? Then what? What do I do at that point? Because that's what everyone's looking for. Simple. They're looking for someone to tell them, why is this tree not what I planted? I need reason. I need validation. I need someone to blame. That's kind of why for me, like, I live this other perception where something pops out and it's not what I thought it was going to be. I really want to observe for self why why did this happen? Like, I don't need to ask anybody. It's like, damn, for self, why the fuck? This is supposed to be a tree. Now it's a weed, you know? Learn, examine it, cut it, maybe take it to my own lab, do my own test. But I get it. There's some people who just can't do that. And it's such a weird, it's like I'm not a motivator or someone like that that's like trying to get you motivated. So for me, it's very, I'm like obtuse in this space because I want to be like, just shake out of it, bro. Like, you got to move on. But yeah, the darkness is hard to creep out of when light is far away, especially if you can see it, right? It's like a light you can't distinctify, but you could see it, you know. That's like the worst darkness. And that's what Zen is doing, you know. Again, something I was telling Og yesterday while we were chilling was like, the crazy thing about Zen is it's around the world. It's a global phenomenon and everyone feels the same. And some people can't even speak English and they say, why did Zen do this to me? Like, I'm tripping out on that shit. I'm in New York City feeling like, why does Zen let me down? And someone else is in the middle of China saying, why does Zen let me down? Someone's in France saying, why does Zen let me down? Someone's in Africa saying, why does Zen let me down? Fuck, we might have a penguin in Antarctica that has access to an iPhone and says, why does Zen let me down? You know, and that is a global phenomenon. It's not easy to build that much onboarding. And now that Zen has let the world down, you know, how much more low can it really go? And how much, you know, how great of a community is going to be built after this. Like, this, you let me down, bro. You know, that's all it is you just think Zen let you down, but really it didn't. It's just hyperinflating. Hoflation. You planted a tree and now it's a weed. And you're like, what the fuck is going on here? And that's all you need to understand is that you just planted a tree and it's just a weed. You can examine it. You can take it to your lab. You can do everything you want, but it's always going to be a weed. And maybe you didn't read the package right. That's typically what it always comes back to. Like, damn it, I forgot to read the manual. Manual said to mint and forget. Never said to buy, to speculate on price. Like-minded individuals. You know, that's how staking works. Better than the Fed. Inflation is always 2% versus the Fed, which is at 4% whenever it feels like it. Right? So everything about Zen is immutable. And it makes, again, people hate it and Jack all around the world. Such a wild collective consciousness happening here in front of your eyes. So keep bringing the lows, bitches. Keep dumping that shit. We want that. The seed is in the mind. First principles is a seed. It's been planted. Zen didn't let me down. A third grader could have seen these lows months ago. Yeah, you know what's crazy though, Brian, is we were saying that these lows were showing up, but people really did not believe it. Like, I'm only probably still streaming because I've been said it like, oh man, we're going to 7 zeros. Right? I had said it right here. I don't know what happened, but it happened. We fell right under this really critical support line. I thought that was the bottom. And then it was like, no, bitch. You can't call bottoms here. This is an unpredictable bottom. We will all know. That's what I'm saying. That's the best part about it. Everyone will know when it hits the bottom. Everybody will know. There's no way you can forget. The question is, will you have $20 to spend in your wallet? Will you have $20 as in? Or will you be a king of the hill on one of these side chains? All right, we all know what that event is. But are you going to be somewhere with some Zen in the best position? That's all you need to worry about. I mean, I'm over here in CB Zen land. If you want to come pull up, we chilling. We waiting for more people to get shook out. Shakeouts left and right. Shakeouts left and right. So pull up, say what's up. Yo, man, I'm going to sign out. I'm going to sign out now, man. Been talking for 2 hours. Big ups to everyone that's here. Hit the like button. Yeah, man, go Zen. Mine some hashes. Do some random stuff with your Zen. I don't know. Send it to yourself. Make a new wallet. Send it to yourself. I don't know. You go teach somebody. But hey, yo, man, I got some coins. I'm going to teach you how to self-custody today. I don't know what you need to do today, but go do something. Peace. Peace. A-Town down, because we all time low.